Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. My name is Leisha Bush, and I'm the Global PR and Communications Manager for TTEC. And I'm excited to say that we have a special guest who I'd like to introduce, Tom Johnson, who is our UK Operations Director. Good morning, Tom, or good day.
Good morning, good afternoon.
So first I want to start with saying congratulations on winning the Digital Champion of the Year award at GSA Professional Awards. Kudos to you for that. For those that don't know, the GSA Professional Awards is actually a ceremony recognizing talent in outsourcing and shared services, showcasing high-performing individuals and functional teams across the global sourcing industry. So wanted to speak with you, Tom, just to kind of get more insight on really how did you get this big win for us. So first, we can start by you telling us more about the work you did with Volkswagen Group UK and how you actually adapted to a rapidly changing digital environment.
Yeah, no problem. So I mean, it was great to be nominated and to win the category. But we run the Inquiry and Complaints Centre on behalf of Volkswagen at TTEC. It's an operation that's been outsourced for many years, and TTEC won that operation over a year and a half ago, based on a digital transformation plan that we'd outlined to Volkswagen Group in their tender process. So once that plan was outlined, it was a matter of delivering against that plan. And I was lucky enough to be nominated as an individual working towards it, but there was dozens and dozens of people and thousands of hours gone into delivering this plan from TTEC Digital and TTEC Engage teams. But it's a 5-year digital transformation program that's working across multiple technologies, across multiple channels, and we're a year and a half. So in fact, we've just started year 2 of that 5-year digital transformation. So we were nominated, or I was nominated, based on that first year's deployment, of which there's been a number of different things, from omni-channel platforms to chatbots to the Real Play, TTEC's Real Play bot, into the new starters that's been deployed. So really, it was how did we launch that into the operation and the benefits that we've seen of it over these first 12 months.
Wow.
And that's what we're nominated for.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, what were some of the biggest obstacles you faced, and how did you actually overcome them?
So the biggest obstacle was we'd never worked from home. So the Volkswagen CSC, it was never been a home working operation. And during the pandemic, we had to transition pre-transfer to TTEC to a home working operation. And then once we transferred to TTEC as an organization, we had to move to TTEC's home working program. Because this was a digital transformation as well, not only were we setting up on TTEC's everyday systems just to operate, but we were also having to roll out and train brand new technology to, at that time, 300 advisors, 300 associates. Wow. It was a huge challenge.
Wow. Yeah, the pandemic changed the world when it comes to business. And so being able to kind of push through that anyway and still excel is really, really outstanding. So can we share some digital transformation wins? Can you share that with us?
Yeah, so the first wave of digital transformation that we launched was advisor focused. So across all the transformation that's happened or to be planned, it's either based on developing our associates or helping them do their job, or in the final wave, helping the customers self-serve or move on to a more appropriate channel. So those first 2 waves were how do we help the associates do their job better. So Upstream Works was an omni-channel platform that we've never had before, and that's helping the advisors see the history, the customer history. So our first response time, our first our first rate of answer to the customer increased massively once we'd launched that technology. And then the second stage for the new starters was the Real Play bot, where the guys can interact with an AI bot for certain customer intents. We saw the quality and the speed to competency of our new starters coming in and our underperforming advisors increased massively once we'd launched that technology.
Wow. Wow. So Really one other final question, and that is, in 2022, how do we ensure that digital transformation will continue to be successful on both the employee and customer side?
So a lot of it's about communication. So we make sure that everybody is aware of the roadmap. It's a 5-year roadmap, and we make sure that all the technology that we launch is communicated well ahead of time. We've got SMEs and UAT people from every team across the business, making sure that they feed in constantly to the technology. They test it. We check that the MI and the reporting is working, and then we check the impact on the customer before we launch anything. And that's the cycle that we go through every time to make sure that before we turn something on, we know it's going to work and we can forecast the impact that it's going to have. So for these next few technologies, in fact, today we launched for the first time a chatbot. So TTEC launched Customer Assist for Volkswagen, and it's gone on the Audi website. That's a huge first for us. That happened this morning, and it went really successfully. At the end of this month, we're going to be doing a proof of concept for an IVR bot, again in Audi as a test bed. So it's just making sure that everybody's involved in that testing process, and that people have that opportunity to shout up if we can improve it or de-risk it. And we'll just continue that improvement cycle with every piece of technology that we launch over the next 3.5 years.
Wow. Yeah, it sounds like 2022, you already have a lot going for you going into the new year. So that's really exciting. And again, congratulations, Tom, on the win for the Digital Champion of the Year. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you and your team win more awards in the upcoming 2022 award season. And that wraps it up for us today. Thank you again so much for joining us, and stay tuned for other future videos with other special guests. Thank you.
Thank you very much.